So I don't know if anybody knows, like, has any friends or, so hopefully not, but associates or whatever that like, are these like prison gangster type guys. I've done a couple, I've done a few, and at first I kind of when I was young, right? When I was young, at first I was kind of impressed, like, oh wow, this guy did a lot of time. He got fucking tattoos, and he did fucking 10 years in fucking penitentiary. And like, oh, it's all about honor and respect and brother. And they just call me brother because I'm white. Oh, brother. But you know what? And it's like, when I was younger, I thought that was kind of impressive. Like, oh wow, I'm like, gotta respect this guy. Like, he's been through a lot, and he's fucking did 10 years and you know. But as I got older, and I met these guys, and I see them for what they are. When you go inside for long term, right, in prison, not that I've ever been, but it's pretty obvious. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure this out. Your whole rules change, right? Their code of conduct may work on the inside. In fact, it does work, right? This is why it's there, right? But what happens and works on the inside, if you can't take what's in the prison system, that code of conduct, and move it into the real world. It doesn't work. You can try to, but these prisoners often think that you owe them some sort of fucking respect because they did time. It's like, no. Why? Why do I owe you respect just because you were a dumb fucking got caught? Why do I owe you respect? Why? Because you sat there and you made it through 10 years? Or whatever it is, right? That's not a reason to give somebody respect. That's not a reason to disrespect them. You should give them the same respect that they give you. Just because is bullshit. And that's what a lot of these prisoners think. Well, I did 10 years, so you better fucking respect me. It's like, I'll respect you if you respect me. But they just assume that they have that their level of, what do you call it? Their hierarchy works out on the outside too. And it doesn't. It doesn't, because you are respected based on the respect that you give. Now, if you go out and you pretend that you should be respected because you did 10 years or 5 years or whatever in prison, and you're a fucking dick, well, no, I'm sorry. Another thing it does is it often hides serious insecurities. Because think about it. If you spend a lot of time in prison, odds are you're not going to be able to get a good job. Odds are you're probably not really educated, although you think that you'd get educated if you had all that time on your hands, but most of them don't. It's got to be hard to get back into the real world. And now it's kind of like being picked up and put into a new environment. You're gonna be insecure about that. And so the whole like macho fucking badass honor system prison shit, it's a lot of ways it's to hide insecurities. Hide their lack of whatever, right? Lack of skills, social skills, because a lot of these guys don't. They overcompensate by, if you're their friend, they're like, oh, honor, respect, oh brother, no, sorry. People in the real world, right? Prison is not the real world. Prison is where you go when you can't function in the real world. All right? Plain and simple. And I'm not going to give you respect for that, whether you got caught, whatever the case is, because one, you're in there, and all of us on the outside are paying for this. We're paying for your fucking taxes. I'm sorry, we're paying with our taxes for your food, for your, whatever, that comes out of our taxes. So why should I be respectful to you because I had to support you and the rest of us in society that somehow managed to function, or at least managed not to get caught, right? Which is also functioning, right? Yeah. So I'm not talking shit about all people that have been in prison. That's not what I'm saying. I'm talking shit about the people that have been to prison who come outside and want to still be prison tough guys in the real world, right? You can take certain lessons, I guess, you learned in prison and apply them successfully to the outside world. Sure, you can. But you can't take your prison gangster attitudes and move into the outside world and expect everybody to just like, oh, it's Mr. fucking tough guy who did 10 years. Oh, no, sorry. And, it's just sad. And it's sad that people still fucking buy into that shit. I mean, I know it's impressive when you're young, and maybe if you're on the guy's fucking good side, then it's cool. But you know what? Quickly falls apart. The whole like brotherhood and honor and yeah, it works under certain circumstances for certain people, but that is not enough to function in the outside world, and the proof is in the pudding. And so now you get respect based on the respect that you give and your accomplishments. You don't get respects for your failure and to try to push fear onto people in a different environment than prison. No, it doesn't work like that.